It's been a while since I've got my lazy ass in front of the camera. Just thought I'd come back and do some Master System reviews because, hey look, I've got my Master System game back in the house, which is, long story short, had kids, moved everything into storage, and that kind of sucked, so I haven't really been playing anything bar emulators and PS4, so moved some stuff back into the house because I've got a little bit more room now, and thought I'd do some reviews. So I'm going to make them quick, easy, really shit production because you know, I don't care. No, just wanted to do some really quick, easy reviews, zero fucks given, and starting off with this Secret Command, or Secret Commando as it's done on the title screen of the Sega Master System. Also First Blood Part 2 in the American region, and originally Usherer on the Sega Mark III, which I do have somewhere amongst this pile of display games. It was basically a top-down shooter, very similar to Ikari Warriors. It was one of the budget titles that was released back in the day on the Sega Master System. You could usually pick it up, I remember it was $29 at Toy World back in the day, and you can pick it up pretty cheap these days because it's pretty common. As I said, it's a top-down shooter, plays very much like Ikari Warriors, maybe a little bit like Commando for you vintage computing guys or people that like Commando and things like that. You select between one, it can be two players simultaneously, or one player obviously. You've got your shot, you've got your bow and arrow, kind of like that whole Rambo thing, you know, where you got the you got the explosive tip arrows and all that sort of stuff. So you're going through, taking out waves of enemy soldiers, blowing up tents, taking out tanks, getting through all the way to the end of the level, and then you get to a wall, which basically stops you progressing to the next level. So you've got to fight a wave of enemies, and you've got to shoot like the little points on the wall to blow the wall up. You've got a nice little cutscene, and then you go to level 2, rinse and repeat. It's got a variety of different locales you might go. Obviously start off in the sort of swamp lands of Vietnam, I'm assuming, if it's Rambo First Blood Part 2. And you go into like the cities and things like that, and yeah, it's a good game. Whereas like the Nintendo version of Ikari Warriors is quite horrid and plays like a sack of shit, this one plays quite nice. You can sort of strafe at the bottom of the screen left and right and shoot upwards. You can't do a 360 turn like you did with the rotary sticks on Ikari Warriors. You can kind of angle and then you can turn sort of left and right, but and you can't walk back like you can in the Ninja, so it's kind of not a full movement, but enough to get through the game. So, reason why this one's nostalgic to me, I used to play this with my dad, two-player back in the day, and he used to get really pissed off because you can actually get caught. You see like the rocks in the middle of the screen as you sort of scrolling up. As the screen scrolls up, if someone tends to be in the middle, they can get jammed behind those rocks, and it used to be me bailing him out by just going down there, shooting an arrow over there, and just going, come on, Dad, get stuck behind rocks like a noob. Old folks, which is kind of me these days. Anyway, Secret Command, Secret Commando, Usherer. It's a great game, as I said, for the people watching the States, is Rambo First Blood Part 2. Very simple game. The differences between fairly minimal. I think the characters look pretty similar between the PAL versions and the Rambo First Blood Part 2. Usherer, I think it has the characters Bishamon and Usherer himself, which were two monks. Because, you know, monks like shotguns and blowing shit up. But the character sprites are a little bit different, and the cutscenes interspersed were obviously more what you'd see on the PAL release versions, whereas the American versions you'd have like Rambo sort of, you know, like still screenshots of him like doing oh and all that sort of masculine, awesome commando-y sort of stuff. So yeah, Secret Command, check it out. Nice and easy, good fun to play, two players, old school, nice.